Book 3, Lesson 3. Ambition. Ambition. Noun. A strong wish to be good at something or to have something. Claire's ambition was to dive into the pool without making a splash.
Now let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Kevin's greatest ambition is to A. Win the state championship, or B. Eat breakfast. If you said A, you are correct. An ambition is a difficult thing that you work hard to do.
Auction. Auction. Noun. A public sale. Each item is sold to the person who offers the most money. At the auction, Peter's uncle bought a maple desk.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no. The person who offers the smallest amount of money probably won't buy anything at an auction. If you said yes, you are correct. At an auction, objects are sold to the person who agrees to pay the most money.
Coast. Coast. Noun. The land beside the sea. After we reached the coast, we walked a long way on the beach. Verb. To move without power or effort. Gabriella and Lucy quickly pedaled their bikes to the top of the hill and then coasted down the other side.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no. Many houses on the coast have a beautiful view of the ocean. If you said yes, you are correct. The coast is the part of the land that is near the ocean. Many houses near the ocean have a beautiful view.
Current. Current. Noun. A flow of air, water, or electricity. The lifeguard told us not to swim to the middle of the river because the current there was very strong. Adjective. Of the present time. Is Caroline's current address 7 Elm Street, or did she move?
Now let's review word meaning. True or false. The current is very strong in a swimming pool. If you said false, you are correct. The water in a swimming pool does not move in a certain direction, so it does not have a current. But the water in a river does.
Frail. Frail. Adjective. Weak, not very strong. Danny looked frail when I visited him in the hospital after his operation.
Now let's review word meaning. Choose A or B. Which would be more frail? A, an adult bird, or B, a baby bird? If you said B, you are correct. Frail means weak or delicate. Adult birds are much more strong than baby birds.
Intelligent. Intelligent. Adjective. Able to learn, think, and understand quickly and easily. In our science book, we are reading some stories that show how intelligent dolphins are.
Now let's review word meaning. True or false. A snail is intelligent. If you said false, you are correct. An intelligent animal, like a dolphin or a horse, can show that it is able to learn and think.
Novel. Novel. Noun. a long story about people and events that are imagined by the author. Have you read any novels by Laura Ingalls Wilder? Adjective: new and different. In 1990, the Internet was a novel way to find information.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no. If you like to read about things that really happened, you should read a novel. If you said no, you are correct. A novel is a story that is made up, which means it did not really happen.
Resident. Resident, noun, a person who lives in a certain place. May we go to this beach to swim, or is it for the residents of the town only?
Now let's review word meaning. True or false? A resident is a person who travels a lot. If you said false, you are correct. A resident is a person who lives in a particular place.
Starve. Starve, verb, to be very hungry or to suffer because of not eating any food. The farmers want to bring hay to the animals trapped by the flood before they starve.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no? A starving person does not have enough food to eat. If you said yes, you are correct. A starving person suffers because he or she has not eaten in a long time.
Volunteer. Volunteer, noun, a person who offers to do a job, usually without pay. Marco, who is a volunteer in our class, helps Mrs. Stevens with the art projects. Verb, to choose to do something or to give help. Kathy volunteered to help in the library on Thursday mornings.
Now let's review word meaning. Yes or no? A volunteer works hard in order to earn lots of money. If you said no, you are correct. A volunteer is a person who usually offers to do a job for free, not for money.
Next, let's move to today's story. Roundup time in Virginia. You might think cowboys round up wild horses, only in the movies. But there is an island near Virginia where this really happens. Let us explore Assateague Island and learn about its famous wild horses. What are wild horses doing there? Some say they first arrived on the island in the 1500s when a Spanish ship was wrecked in the Atlantic Ocean. The horses on board swam ashore. Others say that is just a story. We know this for certain. The horses have been on the island for hundreds of years. There are no residents on the island. The horses have it all to themselves. Assateague horses do not grow very big. Most are the size of a pony. Perhaps that is because there are not many kinds of plants to eat on the island. The horses live mostly on marsh grass, which is quite salty. They also feed on seaweed. They even eat poison ivy. Assateague horses take in a lot of salt. This causes them to drink twice as much water as other horses. All that water makes them look rather fat around the middle. The island of Assateague is not very big. Sometimes the number of horses grows too large for the island. Then there is not enough grass for all of the animals. Some of them could starve. The people on the nearby island of Chincoteague came up with an idea to help the horses. Chincoteague lies between Assateague and the Virginia coast. Its firefighters, who are all volunteers, hold a summer roundup of the horses and then sell them. This helps to control the number of horses. It also raises money for their fire department. The firefighters go to Assateague. They collect as many of the horses as they can. A vet then examines each one to make sure they are healthy. Those that are too young or too frail stay on the island. The rest of the horses are driven into the water. They have to swim across the narrow channel to Chincoteague. It is only about 100 yards away. The roundup usually takes place on the last Wednesday of July. That's when the sea is calm and the current is not strong. First, the horses swim ashore. They spend the night penned up in the center of the town. The next day, there is an auction. Up to 80 animals might be sold. Some do not sell. They swim back to Assateague to wait for another year. Usually, people pay about $2,000 for one of the horses. The new owners like these animals. They are intelligent and easy to train. Young children enjoy riding them because of their small size. Many people first heard of these creatures by reading a novel by Marguerite Henry. The book is called Misty of Chincoteague. It came out in 1947. It tells the story of Paul and Maureen Beebe, two children who have one great ambition. They want to own one of the wild horses that run free on Assateague. You can discover how they find Misty, the horse of their dreams, and you can learn how they get the money to buy her. All you have to do is read the book. The end.